You can't think your way to your purpose. I've watched a lot of people that I admire and myself, and I've seen that you can't really think your way to your purpose. Instead, God calls you to adventure. So think about it. Abraham. We'll talk about that in a minute, about how Abraham didn't think his way into his purpose. You sit and you think and you write Venn diagrams and you put your interests and your skills and you say what's the best thing, what am I best at, and it doesn't really come that way. Let me show you. So think about these people really quick. Jordan Peterson, he's the king of the psychology of meaning. And Alex Hormozi, he's the king of business and he's the king of marketing. David Goggins, he's the stay hard guy. And so then you're looking at these guys and you're going, oh, they know their thing. They have their purpose. And so what's my thing? What's my purpose? And really, it didn't work that way. David Goggins didn't just sit there and go, oh yeah, I'm going to be the stay hard guy, and then I'm going to make this whole brand around doing 1,000 push-ups and pull-ups and swimming in super cold water for 8 hours. He didn't do that. He went on an adventure. So let's start with Abraham, because the Bible is the ultimate self-help book, and I would like you to dispute that with me if you think I am wrong about that. So the Abraham, he's just some guy. He doesn't have a gift. He doesn't have a purpose. I mean, yeah, he lives his life. He didn't have any kids. He was just kind of living a boring lifestyle. And then all of a sudden, God comes to him and he says, you will go to this land and you will find all these blessings and you will have so many descendants you can't count you can't count them. They'll be like the stars or like the grains of sand on the beach. And so he just went. But what was his purpose? His purpose wasn't some brand, something, some skill. His purpose in that moment was to go on an adventure. So you're putting the cart before the horse if you try to decide your purpose before you go on an adventure. The horse is the progress. The horse is the force that pulls you. The horse is the force that pulls you on the adventure. The cart is the purpose, but if you put the cart before the horse, then the purpose can't move, right? So what's your thing? You can't find it by thinking. And so let's think about David Goggins first, and then we'll think about Alex Hormozi and then Jordan Peterson. So David Goggins, he basically was just fat. That was his purpose? No. His purpose was, his adventure was, I'm fat. I'm depressed. I need to go on an adventure to fix it. So he started running, and he ran with broken feet, and he went on this crazy adventure of losing a bunch of weight and running forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And then he became the stay hard guy, and he followed that, right? Alex Hormozi, his purpose was not to be the king of YouTube shorts and to make these cool things with fruits and egg whites and all the protein and all the stuff about business that he can tell you about, selling anything you want and getting anybody to do what you want. He literally was a guy who went on a adventure to make a gym. He had already gone on an adventure to get jacked, right? And then he goes, I'm going to go on an adventure to have a gym. And he was a fitness trainer, and he made a gym. And then he kept going on these adventures, and now you look at him and you go, oh, he has his purpose. He had a purpose, and that's why he did all the stuff. No, he had an adventure. And so then we go to Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, I don't know all the adventures he went on, but the adventure that pushed him into fame was the Bill C-16 in Canada. He said, I'm not going to say that thing you want me to say, eh? And then he went on that adventure of telling the truth no matter what, no matter the consequences. And you guys may have seen him on that Jubilee podcast where he said, I didn't tell a lie to save my clinical practice. I didn't tell a lie to... So his adventure was to tell the truth. His purpose, you might see him and go, oh yes, he tells us all about the underlying meaning behind life, and he's the top intellectual about finding the narrative and all these things. But his purpose, it was found in the adventure, right? So what does that mean for you? Well, for me, every time that I found new purpose in life, that I found any nugget of my own purpose, I went on an adventure first. So when I was in my early 20s, I was an English teacher online, and that had been an adventure. I just tried to do it, and I didn't have any experience, and I did it. And then I went because my friend called me, and this was God calling me. He just said, go. My friend said, go, come with me, and we're going to build a deck together. You're going to help me build this deck. And so I built a deck, and then I was like, oh, now that I've been on this adventure of this deck, now I want to build a construction business. And I had been on an adventure of self-development, and so I connected those two together, and then I went and I built a construction business from scratch, didn't know much about any of it, and got to where I have a business that pays my bills, and I don't even have to swing a hammer, and at least not usually. So this is I'm not glorifying my position. I'm just saying I'm on the journey just like you guys, but I'm going on these adventures. And right now, in case you are interested, I'm on a 180-day workouts challenge. I'm on day 76 or 77. And so I've been working out 7 days a week, every single day. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's super hardcore, sometimes it's less. But I'm doing it every day because I'm going on an adventure only to try to see where every single day working out will take me, right? So what could be your adventure? Start a business, even if you don't know if it's the right business for you. What can you lose? The adventure will show you things about yourself. It will show you what you can do for the world. Do a fitness challenge. Even if you can't imagine yourself being a fitness trainer and being super jacked and being somebody who talks about nutrition and fitness all day. If you are excited to get in shape and you want to be in shape, then go on that fitness challenge. Set a specific challenge for a specific amount of time, or something that is exciting, that is difficult, that you're not sure if you can do it. And go on that adventure and incorporate that into your life and see where it brings you. Make a YouTube channel. If you have an interest that you're anything that you're interested in, that you could say, a lot of times people say, oh, what would you do for the rest of your life if you never had to make money and you just had money flowing out of your pockets and everywhere? Then what would you do? But really, you don't know, because you haven't done it yet. You haven't gone on the adventure. So go on an adventure. of making a YouTube channel, make a garden and document it, try to get jacked and document it, try to make $10,000 in a month and document it, and say your thoughts, right? And when you go on that adventure, you will see how you can connect with people, how you can serve people, what skills come to the top and show themselves as useful to you. And so this all fits into my creation framework. Creation is the path, not the path to creation is this, but you don't think of what you're going to create and think of what you're going to be when you're 60 and then build it. You build and you start to see where you're going. The path becomes apparent to you as you're building a thing, right? And so many of us are just trying to find what clicks for us, but we're not creating. We're just sitting intellectually going, oh yeah, I'm at this job I hate, but I have to think of the thing and then I have to do it. So this is what I would encourage you to do. Go on an adventure and set the adventure and jump out into chaos and make order of something that is in chaos and find your purpose in that adventure. And as you do that, then you can just add another adventure and add another adventure. And maybe your path goes like this, or maybe it goes like this, right? But all of the experiences that you have from before will connect to each other, and if you follow that and you follow that calling, because God calls us to adventure, God calls us to create. So this is the last punchline. It's not about your purpose, it's about the purpose. The purpose is to create. The purpose is to serve others. The purpose is to build something that you're proud of. The purpose is to have a family, is to find meaning in life. And so if you align yourself to the Creator, if you align yourself to the creation process, and you have all your habits and your mindsets in line with this, or as many as you can, then you will start to see what the path is, and then you will be able to continue that path. And by the time you're 40, 50, 60, you'll be like, whoa, what happened? I was this guy who didn't even know if I could speak on camera, who didn't even know if I could build a business, who didn't even know if I could make more than $1,500 in a month. And now I'm this other guy. I'm a completely other guy. Abraham didn't know this, but when he went on that adventure, as he continued on his adventure, his name was changed. He didn't even know what his name would be when he when he was going to finish that adventure. He started as Abram, and then he ended as Abraham. So if you think, oh, I don't think I'm going to like that thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that thing, you're not the same person. You're not going to be the same person after 3 months on an adventure. You're going to be a different person. So this is how I've been able to shape my purpose and to be okay with the fact that I don't know the exact trajectory of my entire life in that one word that defines me. And so if you want to understand more about this, check out this playlist and watch all the videos so that you can start to see all of it come together and start to make sense. God bless.